Good day, and welcome to another edition of the Military and Foreign Affairs Network. I am your host, the voice of reason. I wanted to conduct an update of the ongoing civil war inside of Ethiopia. There has been some very recent events that I believe are worth reporting. So, in the southeastern front, we continue to receive information that the town of Woldia continues to be under siege by Tigray Defense forces. Inside the town of Woldia, there is a hodgepodge of Ethiopian army units and Amhara militia units that are attempting to defend the city. Now, the relationship between the Ethiopian army and these Amhara militias are not of a very good nature at this point. There are some tremendous tensions between the Ethiopian army that believes it should withdraw from Woldia and the paramilitary units of the Amhara militia that are, for all intents and purposes, not letting the Ethiopian army withdraw from the area. And what is happening is the Tigray Defense Forces are slowly tightening the noose around Woldia. And what is eventually going to happen if the TDF is successful? It will cause the TDF units, I'm sorry, the Ethiopian military units inside of Woldia to not have the capability of getting resupplied. And those units will slowly start to run out of ammunition and supplies, and the TDF will then be able to basically march in and capture or destroy those units of the Ethiopian army and the Amhara militia that are based inside of Weldia. But the operations by the TDF continue, and furthermore, we have gained information that the town of Muja, to the northwest of Weldia, has reportedly been captured by the Tigray Defense Forces. And Muja would give the TDF a further buffer zone, and even then possibly open the gate for even a larger prize. And that prize would be the town of Lalibela. And furthermore, near Lalibela is a airbase that is being used to conduct airstrikes and conduct helicopter operations to supply units in the region. And if the TDF is able to seize control of this airbase, that would be a tremendous defeat for the Ethiopian army. And furthermore, I would also say that if they are in fact able to gain control of Lalibela, that would be, again, a very tough nut to crack if the Ethiopian army and the Amhara militias are properly looking to defend Lalibela. And could we have seen an issue in which the Ethiopian army units that are based in Weldia, were these soldiers looking to withdraw to possibly form defensive lines near Muja and Lalibela? And that has been negated by the actions of the Amhara militia. So the intent to continue to defend the city of Weldia as the Tigray Defense Forces tighten the noose around Weldia may have led to the town of Muja and obviously Lalibela not to be properly defended. And if Lalibela is properly defended, given the terrain, if you just kind of look at the terrain around Lalibela, the ability for a military unit based in this town and around it could set up very proficient defensive countermeasures to any kind of offensive action. Specifically, obviously, the ability to set up guns and mortars on the top of these terrain features that would make it very difficult as forces were to approach Lalibela, say from this roadway here we're looking at. And again, as you can see, forces defending these terrain features would have the advantage of hitting targets as they were to move along this semi-valley towards Lalibela. And could the Ethiopian units that were based in Woldia, is it possible that their intent was to form defensive lines in areas where they could better defend from the attacking Tigrayan Defense Forces? We may never know if, in fact, the noose is completed around Woldia. We may look at a mass surrender of paramilitary units and Ethiopian army units. And that would be because of the dysfunctional relationship between the Amhara militia and the Ethiopian army. Is that absolutely what occurred? Well, we don't know yet. Those units could have been destined for someplace else. Those units could have simply have been fatigued and believed that they were going to be overrun by the Tigrayan Defense Forces and just wanted to get away. And they really didn't have an immediate destination other than away from the encirclement operation that is being conducted by the TDF around Woldia. But we can confirm that Woldia is being surrounded, and in all likelihood those military units of the Amhara militia and the Ethiopian army are probably going to be encircled, and there is going to be either a fight in which they either win and successfully defend the city, or they are going to be destroyed in combat, or they are going to capitulate and surrender, or maybe a little bit of both. But as the days continue, we will definitely find out what is going to happen in Woldia. But again, the TDF have moved and taken control of Muja and areas around Muja, and again that gives the TDF, they are now within, let's look here with our ruler, as a bird flies, they are 16 miles from Lalibela, and about 20 miles from seizing control of the airbase outside of Lalibela. And the Tigrayan Defense Forces can probably cover that distance and bring forces to bear, enough forces to bear, to launch an offensive against this town within about 48 to 72 hours, I would estimate, if not sooner. But again, we will continue to monitor the situation. Again, the town of Muja has either fallen or has been surrounded by the Tigrayan Defense Forces. It's quite possible that the town has indeed been taken. Another update, it sounds that the Tigrayan Defense Forces are now putting its own administration inside the town of Kobo. So it would appear that the Tigrayan Defense Forces are looking at a possible long-term seizure of the town of Kobo, quite possibly an annexation depending on what happens in other parts of the region as well. But again, we will continue to keep an eye on the situation and report as warranted. Have a great day, everybody. I bid you good day.